guys, and good morning. Today is the last day of our vacation. It's a little bittersweet. We're getting everything packed up. It is 5:12 in the morning. We got about 20 minutes, and then we're heading to the airport to do my favorite activity, flying home. All right, buddy, we're back.
Miss you already. Bye.
Sometimes we act like a fool, not aware we're troublemakers. Sometimes we try to be cool, not being givers, only takers. Stop for a minute, stop and breathe for a minute. Don't get over your head, try to listen instead, won't you?
Take care of yourself. Be good. Be safe.
See you soon.
Bye, Dad. Love you. Thank you.
Love you so much.
Talk to you soon. Well, it's a bittersweet morning. My dad just dropped us off at the airport. We dropped off all of our checked bags, and now we're heading to security. It's been an incredible 2 weeks, a long vacation for us. We haven't had a 2-week vacation in forever. It feels like forever. And it was so much fun being able to spend some time here on the East Coast. But today, it's time to head home.
We just made it through security, and here at Dulles, they actually have these new machines where you don't have to take anything out of your bag. Like before, you had to take laptops out and like all these different things, and now it's like leave everything in your bag. The machine is just gonna do everything. They're streamlining the security process. Now we've got to make sure our flight is on time. We can both use some coffee. We're heading to the gate.
Salt Lake City, on time, B74.
Perfect time.
I got the energy, yeah, to make our love bound to unfold. It's such a remedy, yeah.
You know that feeling at the end of vacation where you've had a great vacation, but you're just so excited to get back to your bed, to get back home. I'm feeling that. And the dogs! I was so excited to see the dogs. Jump, 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 jump. Is he smiling?
No.
We made it on the airplane. As we were walking in, the flight attendant was like, hey, if you guys want to take a picture like up in the front, like I think with Leo, she's like, you guys can do that. And we like both had our arms completely full, and we're like, we'll go drop our stuff off at the seat and then we'll come back. And now we're like on the 24th row, and there's just a full aisle of people heading towards us, so we can't like really walk through all of those people, but it would have been cool to have Leo see the cockpit and get a picture, but maybe we'll do it when we land. We'll see. That entry into Salt Lake City was actually really cool. We got to like fly over Kennecott, which I don't know if it's still the biggest, but it used to be the biggest open pit copper mine in the world.
So big you can see it from space.
Yeah, you can see it from space. And we got to fly basically over the top of it, so I filmed a little bit going over the top, then we went like over the Great Salt Lake, went and turned around and came back to the airport. It's a flight path I have not taken before, but it was really cool.
Yeah, Leo did awesome.
Did you like it?
He slept a little, he cried a little, he played a little. Overall, it was very successful, and we're very happy to be home.
Now we just gotta wait 30 minutes for everyone to offload the plane and then make it to an Uber, and we've got a lot to do today, actually.
I almost gave you away. I almost gave you to somebody else.
Thank you.
Bye, baby.
Bye.
Literally as far away from the parking lot as we could possibly be.
That's okay.
And the thing about the Salt Lake City airport is it used to be really small and really quick to get through, and then they built a whole new airport next door, and it has 2 terminals, and one terminal is really far away, and you have to walk through a tunnel that goes under the runway, and it's a really far walk. That's our exercise for the day.
Salt Lake has always had an international airport, but I feel like maybe ever since the renovation or the expansion of this airport, it feels so busy on just a random non-holiday weekday, like Chicago O'Hare level busy everywhere we go. Not just like 1 or 2 flights got out at the same time, but every single hallway is packed with people. This place is a madhouse.
But now that we got our bags, we can make our way down and call an Uber.
You ready, Leo? Okay, let's go.
We're in.
We made it.
Well, just drive back. I get in the car, start it, back it out of the driveway. I'm like, why is it making that weird noise? I get out, the front left tire is completely flat.
What?
Yeah. And the spares at the house.
No.
So.
Brandon.
Not the pump either.
What?
Yeah.
Where's Bryce?
Not here.
We parked our car at my parents' house here in Salt Lake, where they stay when they come to visit, and we parked in the garage. Not a big deal. It's a nice little halfway point from our house to the airport, and I guess we're not going anywhere anytime soon. There's definitely no way to take an Uber up to our house, so we're gonna, I think, take all of our bags inside, and it's gonna take us a little longer than expected to get home. And I honestly don't even know how we're going to get home at the moment.
Wait, I just ran inside to go to the bathroom. Guess what?
What?
We have the air compressor. We have an ARB air compressor that I installed in the 4Runner so that I could take it to Moab, so that I could air up the tires, and I totally forgot about it. Now we have a flat tire, and we definitely have a way to pump it up. Allie's gonna stay out front watching our luggage to make sure it doesn't disappear, and I'm gonna come back here and get this tire pumped up. Here's a couple good tires. And wham! You can see I drove all the way out of the driveway, all the way back to here, and then I pulled forward and I was like, something isn't right. Perfect. The funniest part about this is the other day Allie was cleaning out the 4Runner. She was trying to give it a nice detailed job because she drives it the majority of the time, and she wanted to take these items out. And I was like, just leave them in there. Just leave them in there. They go with the 4Runner. We don't want to lose them. Just leave them in there. If we didn't have this hose and this tire chuck valve pressure monitor, whatever it is, we wouldn't be able to pump up the tire. So thankfully we left that stuff in there. Now it's gonna take 1 minute. This thing will be pumped up. Well, let's get these hoses wrapped up and head over and pick up Allie and all the stuff and Leo.
The good news is we planned ahead, I guess, and the air compressor in here for that Moab trip was hugely helpful and came very much in handy, and we're in the car and we're heading home.
Remember when you were cleaning out the car last, like, couple weeks ago, and you were like wanting to take those hoses out?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, no, leave those in there. If those weren't in here, we wouldn't have been able to pump it up.
You're a genius.
I'm a genius. Me and Leo.
You and Leo.
We've lost 2 pounds since I pumped it up. Right as we were
wow.
loading up all of the bags, I noticed a hiss noise, so I went and looked, and it's like a nail that's in the tire.
Okay.
The plug kit is like with all the off-roading stuff that got taken out. So I was just gonna plug it right there, but I can't. So I'm gonna have to wait until we get home.
Are we gonna make it home?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna tell you that I love you 100 times a day.
I'm
Here
excited.
to get the pups.
We haven't seen them in what feels like forever, so I'm really excited.
Are you guys ready for them?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Frank. Oh.
It's really nice to have them be like completely exercised and like no excess energy. It makes a huge difference in their behavior, and as you can see, they're both very chill.
Leo just woke up from his nap and he's so excited that there's dogs again. They're your dogs. Yeah. Hi. Good girl. Shh. Good girl. Are you happy, Leo? Yeah. You got your dogs back. We made it!
Does
Wow.
feel good.
good. Feels really good to be home.
And the tire held up.
Which tire? Oh, this tire?
Yeah,
this
you
tire.
already forgot.
It's okay. It's still got like 35 pounds.
Are you awake? Yes. Leek, are you happy to be home? Are you so happy, the Franker boy? Yeah. The trade-off to waking up really early this morning is that we got home and it's about 2:30 in the afternoon. So we have the rest of the day to unpack, do laundry, shower, take a little nap, and just like totally rejuvenate and recharge because we have a lot of work to do. And I think we're gonna see you guys in the morning. Guys, we are so happy to be home. We had an amazing night's sleep last night. I feel like I need a vacation from my vacation. I don't know if any of you feel that way after a big vacation, but at the same time, the weather has turned. And we're waking up this morning with a fire lit under our butts because I think we have a very limited amount of time left before the snow flies, and we are not wasting any time getting to work this morning.
2 parts to this package. Power station, solar panel.
Today's video is sponsored by EcoFlow.
I've had experience with a lot of different power stations and I'm really excited about the Delta 2. This thing just came out and its technology is top of the line. With the solar panel included, you could take it camping, you could use it to power your RV. Dang. That is freaking slick, dude. I dig that. One of the things that I'm the most excited about is the Delta 2 comes with this new revolutionary Extreme technology, which means you can go from 0% battery to 100% battery in 80 minutes. That is absolutely unheard of. Not to mention it has a little over 1,000 watt-hour battery capacity, and it has expandable packages. So you can do 2,000 watts, or there's an even bigger expandable battery, which gives you 3,000 watt-hours of capacity. This panel system actually is 220 watts. And just like that, and the solar panel is generating electricity and charging the Delta 2. Now it's just gotta get up to 100% capacity, we can start playing with it. Now it is time for us to get to work. Brandon just showed up. We're heading down to the driveway. We've got a special surprise today. So without further ado, we are actually getting to work right now and we have a huge surprise. I can't remember if we've told you guys or not, but our permits were finally approved for the additions. So now we can start excavating. We can get the concrete guys here, pour the slabs, finish building the, the extra wings on the garages. We're like super excited to get this thing underway. I've got an excavator here that got dropped off yesterday. We are gonna be doing a little bit of, I don't know what you call this, shape-shifting musical cars and trailers. We just have too much stuff on the property, and basically the small trailer from the shop, Terry and Rusty all need to move, and then we can get the excavator back here and we can start excavating for these walls over here, and then we can start excavating for the other side. But also we did get the permits, but I haven't printed out the plans, and I think that's actually a no-no to be like doing work without the plans printed out. So I'm gonna go and do it later today, but while we're here, we're gonna get to work. Today's gonna be an exciting day.
This is all happening literally in the nick of time because it's 40 degrees this morning. We got back from DC and fall is here. The seasons have changed and crunch time to winter has officially begun. I'm not sure how well we've explained the addition. So this garage has been permitted since the house. Basically, we got all these permits done at the exact same time. We poured the concrete foundation at the exact same time. So this has been ready to go, and we've built a lot of it, just trying to take advantage of the summer. But we wanted to add an addition, like basically one extra garage on either side. That's gonna be really helpful for additional parking, because we always seem to have way more vehicles than we know what to do with, and for like a little woodworking shop space as well. But that required additional permitting, and it's been a very long process. Even though they're just 2 tiny little garage additions, basically everything needed to change. We needed to get everything reapproved, and that finally came through after like 3 months of back and forth with the county, which is really exciting. The only downside today is that it rained the past like 5 days. It's really muddy, it's really wet. And we have decided we're doing the excavation ourselves, which should be interesting. What are you trying to do? Create full
I've got to get Rusty out of there. Oh, if I dig ditches and then we pour foundation, Rusty will live back there until it rots to death.
Rusty's coming out.
Also, Rusty is really low to the ground, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it onto the 4Runner, but first we got to move this trailer, kind of scoot it out of the way, then we'll back the 4Runner up there. We'll have to use maybe the new floor jack or something to get it up off the ground so we can hook it onto the hitch. Pull Rusty out of here. I'll probably just use the excavator and just push that pile of scrap wood down the hill a little bit further until we can get a dumpster up here.
Okay.
And then we can start digging, baby.
Wow.
Actually, we should probably get our new transit laser out and like kind of play with it and make sure we know what we're doing before we start digging. But
Wow, look at you planning ahead.
yeah, a little bit. I mean, 5 minutes ahead anyway. Also, there's electrical lines buried over here, so it's gonna be some careful digging.
Look like you're part of the Jamaican bobsled team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the real concern that I have right now is it is a giant muddy mess over here. And if I back the 4Runner up to pick up Terry is actually a really heavy trailer, even when it's empty, and it is loaded full of mostly junk and tools. I'm afraid of getting the 4Runner stuck.
Really?
And, like, the 4Runner I don't think would ever get stuck. It's like got lockers and the mud is not that intense. If I hook up to Rusty, I could like kind of peel out and maybe get stuck over here, so.
But the great news is we just installed the winch on the truck,
Yeah.
so you're good.
Well, this car has a winch anyway, so it could winch itself out, but hopefully this goes as planned.
Take it nice and slow. Yeah, absolutely lovely.
How do the tires look?
Good. They've got air in them, but they're halfway sunken into the mud. So I don't know.
Not to get out this Toyota muscle.
That's right.
Yank Rusty out of that mud pit.
Rusty has not moved in the last like probably 1.5 or 2 years. So this should be very interesting.
Toyota muscle.
Woohoo!
Things spun around.
It's about to fall off the jack.
Yeah.
Woo! That's how you broke the first jack.
No, it was already broken when I bought it, and then the trailer popped off the truck and went skidding down the road, and it bent it even further. So.
Day 1, minute 3 of you getting this trailer.
By myself in the middle of an intersection. It was a great day.
Also, just look at how much more space it feels like there is back here now that Rusty's gone. As we've been planning these additions for the garage, we've also been doing a little bit more like big picture planning, landscape planning. We want to make some pretty big changes to the slope of the property, just make it a little bit more usable. We would love to have a greenhouse and options for growing food, but it's a pretty sloped area over here. So we'll see what we can do to make this a little bit more usable long term. I don't want to give away too much right now, but more to come, guys.
This marks kind of the point of no return. Once we start excavating this, it's on. And if you guys remember from my excavation of the sewer line, I'm basically a professional, but this is gonna be the test of all of our skills put together, because not only do we have to excavate down in the shape of the footings, but I need to have undisturbed virgin soil where all of the footings are going to land. And they need to be flat, and they all need to be the same height. So using the transit laser is gonna be super clutch here in a minute once we find the bottom of that footing over there. And then from that point forward, any spot where I go too deep, we have to like fill that with concrete to like fit the form of the actual footing, which means it's gonna be a lot more money in concrete if I don't do it nice and flat. So It's gonna be a very slow process. We're gonna take our time. We're gonna be very careful, very safe, and hopefully by the time we're done with the excavator, we have a nice place to put some footings. And then we just need the concrete guys to show up.
Good news here is that Trent has lots of recent experience using the excavator after replacing the entire sewer line, and we know exactly where the sewer lines are, so we're not going anywhere near them.
You're basically just digging big holes for the footings right now.
Yeah, well, that's the objective. Big holes with nothing broken. See how that goes.
It'll be a good day.
So we've been digging here for a minute. One of the big problems is that this wall on the back side of the garage is gonna be kind of like a retaining wall because there's gonna be a higher level of dirt here than on the sides and the front of the garage. And so the footing has to be, excuse me.
Trent.
So the footing has to be 42 inches wide. The rest of the footings are 20 inches wide. So the footing in the back is absolutely massive. So you have to have a trench that's wide enough for 42 inches, and these guys have got to be able to get in there and work. Like, they've got to be able to set the forms on the outsides of the footing. So we're trying to make this trench like 5 feet wide. It should probably be wider, but it's not. It's just like, this is what we're gonna try to work with.
Just go foot and a half each side.
On each side?
Yeah, so
oh my God.
So I can form it.
That's gonna be huge.
Yeah, it is because I
7 foot trench.
Yeah, you need to dig a 7-foot trench.
It's been so hard to find anyone that is willing to come up here and do concrete. So these are the only people that have responded.
Most trades right now are like, it's just really hard to find anybody to do any trade. But concrete, I think, is the hardest one.
And we need it right now. So
mostly
of course it's hard to find.
I think concrete is the most brutal trade. Concrete and drywall. Like the most brutal trades. And they're the ones that, like, if you don't do a really good job,
you notice it.
It sucks.
Yeah. I would argue that you will also notice if you don't plumb correctly.
That's not funny. She has a point. Anyway, we've got some conduit here that we've been working around. I've done an excellent job. You will see a broken pipe down there, but that's the old sewer line that we abandoned, and I intentionally ripped it out with the excavator. The conduit that we're not supposed to be destroying, still in perfect condition, haven't even nicked it, done a really good job. What can I say? I'm basically a professional excavator now. We dug down to the bottom of the footing. We found it. Now we can use the transit laser to adjust our height. And now we can start digging these trenches. The bad news is I thought 5 feet was wide enough, and Jose said 1.5 feet extra on each side. Also, he said, I'll send some guys up on Saturday if you're ready.
What?
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go. Jose.
And just in case you're wondering, we still haven't actually taken the transit laser out or seen how it works.
That's true. You want to go get it?
Sure. How's it going in here? Hi! How you doing? What are you doing over there? What are you doing over there? Hi, buddy. Hi, Leo. Well, Leo is having a great day with Dana, hanging out, crawling all over the place. And I'm going into the dungeon to look for a laser that I've never seen before. Luckily, it's extremely obvious. Oh, guessing that's it.
We've made a huge mess over there. We've basically got down, we've got the width that we need. He said like 78 inches and we're 87? 87, so a little bigger than we needed, but now we've got our transit laser here. I haven't even opened this. I haven't played with it. We'll see how this goes. How do I? Does it have like a setting? Basically the way that this works is you turn this on. Open sesame. Boing. So it shoots the laser flat. You take the little receiver right there, you clamp it onto this, and then you go and find like the point that you want to be at, right? So if you want to be at this level right here, you put that there, and then you move your little sensor until it's in line with this laser. So then you clamp it on right there, and then you know anywhere that you go, as soon as that thing goes beep, 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 it knows that it's level, and then you know that that's the same height as the spot that you like calibrated off of. Also, I don't know how
this works.
Figured it out. It's just not being very intuitive. I mean, I've seen these used, so that's one step. How to use the laser setup.
This is a one-person survey estimate. Doesn't take multiple people.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a pattern here. Trent rents equipment or buys tools that he has zero experience using and totally wings it. It always works out in the end, but this is my favorite part, is when they take it out of the box or they take it off of a trailer and they have absolutely no idea what's going on here.
That's the height of our laser.
Yep.
We've done it. Now the fun begins. We just got to dig a 7-foot wide trench at that height. 14 feet this way. All right.
Here we go.
Our EcoFlow has been charging for a little while now, and I just want to show you guys like how light this thing is. It's really light. So I'm gonna bring this thing in here. We're gonna do what I would call some bench tests. Oh yeah, baby. And that is pulling 1,580 watts. All right, ready?
Yep. Ooh.
About 1,500 watts.
Nice.
But that's not cutting anything. If you were a construction worker or like a contractor and you wanted to be able to like charge batteries, run tools out of your bed, take it into the house, like a house that doesn't have power, you can take this thing with you. I mean, now ours is covered in sawdust, so it already looks like a contractor has it, but this thing's legit. Now, the EcoFlow does have like this really cool screen here that tells you the percentage of the battery. It tells you how much you're using, how much voltage is left, how much time at the current draw until the battery is dead. It's a really, really cool feature, but they have a really handy app that you can download. You connect it to the Delta 2, and it gives you all the information while it's charging, while it's being used. Basically everything you want to know. So basically it goes without saying that the EcoFlow Delta 2 is not just a battery. It's a home appliance. It's a home appliance that powers all of your home appliances. You guys can pick one of these up, or you can just go to their website by clicking the link in our description, and you can check out all of their green energy solutions. Thanks again to EcoFlow for sponsoring today's video. Now we are going to get back to excavating.
It started to get a little overcast and rainy for a second. There were a couple big thick raindrops, but I think it was just like a minor cloud passing, and now it's back to some sun. So hopefully we can have just a couple more hours of good working sunlight, and then if it rains, so be it. Everything's already muddy to begin with, so a little more mud won't hurt anything. But hopefully we can finish digging the trench for the forms, for the walls on this side of the garage today. It's going pretty quick, so maybe that will actually get accomplished.
All right, we're getting pretty far as we thought we were going to get. I thought maybe we would get the trenches dug for the footings in like a day or two, and by the end of today, we might have this side done. But this was the side that had like more conduit, more stuff we had to be careful with. I don't want to jinx us, but that side should be easier. It probably won't be. I wanted to address something right now that a lot of people commented on in our more recent videos or in the past, when I was driving the excavator, I was positioning myself with the blade sideways, and a lot of people kept saying, oh, the excavator looks like it's gonna tip over because you're using the excavator sideways. Learn to use the excavator or use it properly. So the problem is, if I place the blade right here where I'm digging, which is in front of me, and then I lift it up, whoa, I'm not gonna tip over. You see how it pushes me away from the hole, and then I can't dig, and it's like totally off camber? It's because we're on a mountain. Everything is like off camber. So what I have to do is turn myself so that my blade can actually lift the excavator so that the excavator is level. And then I can dig more accurately. But sometimes I'm digging on the side of the excavator instead of towards the blade. That's the reason I do that, and it's a lot safer than what I just showed you.
Things are moving at a pretty fast pace. Unfortunately, we keep running into our own piles of messes, and Joel used to be a professional mover of lumber piles. He unfortunately is back at school, so he's not helping us anymore. So Joel, if you're watching this, I miss you a lot today. I'm gonna start moving some lumber, and I'm gonna channel my inner Joel.
Our best.
You're 99% of the way there.
Yeah, they were, well,
89.
we're
89?
47%
Yeah,
of
true.
the way there. We still got to do the other side. We did our best. We got as far as we could. We do have just a little bit more excavating in the corner right here to do, and then the other side, it's going pretty well. I'm actually pretty impressed with how good of an excavator I am.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're getting in some practice because, I don't know, little hint, there might be some more excavation in our future.
Allie with the little hints, always.
I'm excited.
Anyway, I think this is where we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna pack things up. Mission success.
Who's that? Who's that, Dada?
Are you a happy boy? Did you have a fun time napping?
Where's Dada?
All right, guys. Well, we had quite the day today. Not only did we make it back from DC in this video, which was like an adventure in itself, but now we're here. We're in full excavation mode. We have permits. I'm gonna go get the plans printed later today.
Cool.
And yeah, things are underway.
Things are happening quickly. And it might snow anytime. Any day now.
We're always fighting winter up here. You guys know us, but I think this is where we're gonna let you guys go. We wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thanks again to EcoFlow for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in our description to check them out.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.
So here we go again, it's no surprise. 'Cause we know better than to roll the dice. So take this love and try to